Big news as an Army Aviation Cheetah helicopter, we believe, has crashed in Arunachal Pradesh. The Army helicopter flying an operational sortie near Bomdila, Arunachal Pradesh, was reported to have lost contact with the air traffic control at around 9:15 a.m. on 16th of March. That's this morning. And at 12:30 p.m., information was received from villagers from Bangladesh, Bangjalep, that's the area. Bangjalep villagers have informed the Dirang police station that a crashed chopper was located and it's still burning. Search and rescue teams of the army, the SSB and the police have already left for the spot. As of now, no photos have been received. In fact, the images that we see here are file shots that we show you. We do not have any pictures yet, but this is an army chopper and we're really worried for the people who are inside. Unlikely that they may have survived. That's what our reporter tells us. The weather today also is quite foggy. Visibility was minimum. We see that this army chopper has lost control at around 9:15 a.m. this morning. The Army Aviation Cheetah helicopter flying an operational sortie near Bomdila, Arunachal Pradesh, reportedly has crashed. Cutting across to my colleague Shiv Arur for more on that. Shiv, tell us more about this the helicopter that's crashed early this morning. Who may have been inside?
Nabila, we have a confirmation that the helicopter was being flown by two pilots, which is the regular number of crew that flies this helicopter. This is a Cheetah helicopter that was flying west of Bomdila, which is a high altitude area not very far from the Tawang sector of Arunachal Pradesh. This particular helicopter was on a routine sortie and when it lost contact about 9:15 this morning. Now the two pilots on board were a major and a lieutenant colonel. So mid-level officers who were flying this particular Cheetah. We don't know just yet what happened to the helicopter, apart from the fact that it lost contact with ground controllers, a little after 9 o'clock this morning. The helicopter itself, Nabila, was on a routine sortie. Helicopters fly in these areas quite a bit for patrolling, for logistics, for troop transport, transferring materials. Now, the Cheetah is a very light helicopter. It's a single-engine helicopter, which makes it, even more risky to fly, because there isn't a second engine to sort of save the helicopter, as it were, in case one of them fails. So, the Cheetah has been the subject matter of a great deal of controversy for a very long time in the Indian Army, because the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force have been looking to replace these very old helicopters for a long time. These helicopters belong to an older generation. Even though the airframes themselves may not be that old, the technology, the navigation systems, etc., are quite old. So there has been an effort to replace these helicopters for a very, very long time, and that hasn't happened. So each crash, each accident that happens in this way is a tragic reminder of the lack of urgency and the lack of pace with which defense modernization by and large happens in this country. But the big focus right now will be on the search and rescue teams trying to get to the to the wreckage site. In helicopter accidents, unfortunately, there is no ejection mechanism. It's very difficult for the crew to get out unscathed. The search and rescue teams, Nabila, very likely fearing the worst at this time. Obviously, prayers are still on, but there's a major and a lieutenant colonel on board that helicopter. And we hope by some miracle they may have survived. But I can tell you that in helicopter crashes, especially in these, forbidding border areas, they're very, very difficult to survive. There have been very few occasions in which pilots have walked away with injuries from such accidents. One always has a prayer, and we'll have to wait to hear from the search and rescue teams now.
Highly unfortunate, Shiv. Thank you very much for joining us on that. Two of them on board still missing. Search and rescue operations have been fully launched.